friends, how's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm Ann with Whimsically Nutty, and I welcome you to my page. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you've been here. Let me see if I can find ourselves on my iPad, because I have my camera backwards, so I will not be able to see comments if I don't pull my iPad up. Hope you've had a blessed week so far. Hope your weather has been good. Ours has been strange, warm, cold, and today it's been raining all day long. We've got puddles in our front yard that are like little lakes for our baby ducks. They're getting pretty big, but they think it's their own little pond. I don't like a little pond in my front yard, but they seem to love it. That's fun. Hey Sherry, how are you, my friend? I should have took a picture and showed it to you. It was really cute. I'll go ahead and turn you down. I have already we're going to use a garden flag. It is from Amazon. I did not put the link in the comments. I forgot about that. I do apologize. We are using the script stencil from Essential Stencil. The Love is Patient. This is a custom piece, and Miss Carlene wanted the script and then the lovebirds, but without the welcome on top. So that's what we are doing this evening. I am not using, what are they called? I can't think of the name of them right now. The Décor Art So Soft. Well, this is glitter. The fabric paint. I am just using regular paint because I didn't have all the colors that I wanted to use. So I'm using all regular acrylic. All you have to do is heat set regular acrylics. You can put a piece of parchment paper over top after it's dry. Or you can use a I use a tea towel, one of those big tea towels from Walmart. I just lay it over top and I just iron it. You can also throw it in the dryer and heat set it that way, and that way the paint is heat set and you are good to go. For the background, I am using Champagne Gold. This is going to be a spring flag, and this is going to be in the background. And I'm going to use Rose Gold. I am going to intermingle both of those. I laid this on the flag the best I could. They are not quite straight sometimes. If you see, there's a little bit extra up here, but the sides are straight, so we are good to go on this. Can you guys see good? Let me see. I feel like I'm a little bit crooked. Is that better? I hope you guys are able to see. If you have never ordered brushes before, Essential Stencil has got a 4-pack. It has a 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4, and 7/8 inch brush in there. Those are the best brushes to use since they are flat. Those are the best stencil brushes, and I want to get the little one, which is all the way at the end. I prefer the 1/2 inch and the 5/8 inch. I very seldom use the big brush, but it is complete preference. Try it out. If you're new to stenciling, try it out on a piece of cardboard, cereal box, practice, and find out what your favorite is. Mine is the 1/2 inch and then the next size up. You can see good, thank you. They are getting big. Oh, hey, Miss Carlene. Them little boogers. I am using the, Champagne Gold, right? Champagne Gold and Rose Gold. And I am just going to mix it. So it's not going to be completely the same. You'll never go to a stencil with a wet brush like that. I offload on I've got coffee filters on my plate for stability. I've got my paint up at about that much. And then we're going to take paper towel, shop towel, cardboard, brown paper, whatever you have. And I'm even going to get it off the sides because I don't want much paint on here. And the reason why I chose to use a metallic color for the background is because the, what do I have on here? There was something on my brush. I want it as a background, and the metallic will give it a shimmer and a shine, but you are so welcome, my friend. It will give it, it'll be light, and like I said, it is just the background, and I am just going to go here and there across, and then I am going to switch to the other color, and we're just going to mix. I don't want it to be, you know, line for line, word for word. And if it is not completely legible, it is okay too. I want most of it to be legible. My birds are going to go in the middle, so I don't really have to concentrate on the middle too much. But since I don't know exactly where they're going to sit, I am going to do the whole thing because I'm not sure if they're going to sit here and here or there and there. So we are going to do the whole thing. And we're just going to mix and match these colors in here. It is going to look beautiful. Go back over the top right here. It is always good to do one light coat versus one heavy coat, because then you're going to have bleed. One light coat is always better than one heavy coat, and you have to take care of some bleed. Fabric is very hard to get bleed off because it's fabric. It's not like you can scrape it off. If you have a little blooper on your fabric, add something on there. Add a butterfly. Add a, what are them things called? A ladybug. And that goes with the same thing at the top. If there wouldn't be enough stencil left on the top, I would have taped that off, because if I swirl and I swirl too far out, then that is going to get covered and I will not get that off of my fabric. So tape off if you need to tape off so you won't get color where you don't want it. Load up periodically. New brushes have a tendency sometimes to shed a little bit. That is normal. Don't get scared. The colors I chose are very bright. Don't let that scare you. This is a gray background. So even though the colors are bright, it will blend in. Trust the process. So far, I have not stirred Miss Carleen wrong, so hopefully it won't happen tonight either. Because we want to make sure that we get this right. If not, I'm going to have to order some more flags and do it again if we have any bloopers on here. I think I'm getting ready to switch to the other color. I'm just leaving this color on here. And I'm going to switch to the rose gold. That rose gold is so pretty. Look at that color. Is that just not gorgeous? Hey, Miss Bonnie. The reason, not the reason, it's not what I'm trying to say. I have linked all the stencils. The lovebirds are sold out at the moment, so if you are interested in the lovebirds, just let them know that you are interested in those, and they might restock them. What else? I've also linked the new spring 2026 collection, so there's something in there. You have one more day to preview, and then they are going live Friday at midnight or first thing Saturday morning. So if there's anything that you're interested in, hop on over there at midnight. Let's see, what else? Oh, use an ambassador code, -WK21. Pick out what you want, mark it so that you know exactly what you're looking for. You have the complete bundle, which is spring and Easter together. You have the spring bundle. You have the Easter bundle separately. You have, let's see, all the transfers and stencils individually. And there is some gorgeous, gorgeous transfers in there. So if you love transfers, the ease of transfers to create your projects, please take a peek. If you have a discount, what is it called? Goodness, I can't think right now. If you have rewards or gift cards, use an ambassador link. They still will get credit if you use their link. If you don't have rewards, if you don't have a gift card, use a code. That will save you extra money. So even though it is on sale, everything is on sale. The big bundle is 25% off. The spring and Easter bundle is 20% off. And all the individuals are 15% off. You can use an ambassador code and save additional 10%. And of course, with the bundles, you also get free shipping. I cannot remember what the amount is for free shipping. Right, I hope this looks as good as it looks right now. Like I said, this was not my idea. It was Miss Carlene's idea, and I think this is going to be perfect. I am going to peek. You guys want to see? Who wants to see what it looks like? That color combination is amazing. And one other tip. Make sure you don't have no paint on your hands, because if you touch your fabric, you cannot get that paint off. It'll be on there forever. So make sure you have nothing laying close by. Make sure your hands don't have paint on there. If you pick it up, that nothing will transfer. Let me hold the backer board up with it. That way I can hold it up closer and you can see the difference in the colors of the letters, because you really can't tell when it's just laying there, but it is really pretty. That was a good color combination right there. And the reason why I like these flags, there is no color on the back side. Now when we do the birds, I'm not going to say that we don't have bleed, but I have not ever had bleed on the back side. Oh my gosh. What a wonderful testimony. Rewards. Yes, thank you. Hello, Michelle. Yes, you finally caught me live. I feel the same about you. Every time I look, I'm like, dang it, I missed her again. Ah. If you're not following Michelle with the jumbled, Little Jumble Market, oh my gosh, she's got some amazing creations, some fabulous printables, so check her out. I am going to dry this real quick, and then I'm going to put the lovebirds on here. And again, to make this water resistant, or first, in order to get the paint sealed into the fabric, I just iron it. You can throw it in the dryer, but I always put either parchment paper or I use a tea towel over top and then iron it, and that way it heat sets it. Some people throw it in the dryer. I just always use my iron. The Lovebirds is a layered stencil set. We are not going to use the welcome. And you have 3 parts to this set. You have the Lovebirds, the branch, and the welcome. Then you have layer 2, and it says up here, what is it? Right here up top, it says layer 2. You have the wings, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, the flowers, and the leaves. And then the last one, you have something in there. You have the, and everything has the outline, so you can lay it on there exactly. It also has register marks, so you can mark it. And the last one has the little lines for the leaves and the middle part for the flowers. And the beaks. I forgot the beaks. All right, let's position our little lovebirds on there. And I am going to take a piece of tape across the welcome. That way I know not to stencil that. And the other thing is, it also has the outline for a round, because it is for a 12-inch round. You can put it on whatever you want to put it on. But it has the outline for a 12-inch round. Let's scoot that over a little bit more. If you peel this off, be very careful. Don't rip it off, especially if your tape is really sticky, because you can rip your letters that way. Nope, now that one is showing. All right, let's do it this way. If you have really fine bridges, you might tear them off. Yeah, just turn the tape and it works. All right, I am going to put the lovebirds. Make sure this lays flat. I think that looks good right there. And again, the flag is 12 inches wide, so I can lay this on here. And again, these flags are not perfectly symmetrical, So I am doing the best I can to lay this on here, and I am going to tape it. And the hearts are at the very edge of here. So I am going to tape this as well. When I do the hearts, I will not go off. All right, we are looking good. I'm going to do the branch first in brown. I am going to use traditional burnt umber. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch essential stencil. Nope, I am going to use the smaller one. I am going to use a 8/25, whatever measurement that is, dome brush. Whatever size that is. Same thing with your dome brushes. Put paint on them and then load it really good. No more than that. That's already too much paint on there because these hold so much paint. When you're working on fabric, you can afford to use a little bit more paint, but because the fabric will absorb it. But I am just going to be very light. On fabric, I try not to swirl too much. If it is small sections, yes. The big bird sections, I am going to pounce more. Because on fabric, if you don't hold it taut, your fabric can twist. Oh my gosh, Carlene, thank you. Thank you for the stars. If you ladies don't know what stars are, stars is like a tip jar for your favorite creators. And see how much paint there is still left in this? Oh, this is going to be so gorgeous. And I love the story behind it. And if the branch is a little bit, what am I going to call it? Has different color variations. I'm okay with that. I am going to make the legs of these little guys in brown too, and then I'm going to add a little bit of other color over top. But I don't mind having a little bit of color variation in there. And I just lightly swirl. I have to look and see what it looks like. If I want to close the bridges up, I might. All depends on what it looks like. You can always use a backer board if you think you're getting too close to something, like a cardstock piece or a cereal box cut out, just whatever you have laying around, a piece of paper, index card to block off, like up here where the feet are, where the birds start. When you first have your brush loaded, go very light. You don't need to press hard because then you're going to get your bleed. So we just want to go very, very light. And these layered stencils are amazing because it makes it easier if you would have everything together on one. Hey, Sherry! Would look great at top of a porch, Lena, absolutely. You don't have to worry about all the flowers trying to maneuver around them. This makes it so much easier. And again, I am not looking for complete coverage. Branches have highlights and lowlights, so I am okay with it being not completely covered. I am going to make the bottom part a little bit darker. And again, I am pouncing a little bit so that you have that variation in here. And I'm only swirling on the really small areas. We will use this brush again, so I am going to put it in my Clorox wipe. I normally fold mine in half and then just lay my brushes in here and cover them up so that if I need them again, they are still moist and good to use. Yellow bird for the girl and blue for the boy. Oh gosh, I didn't look. Okay, do I have lain right way? Whew. Just thought I transposed it. Whew. Yellow for the girl. Let me make sure. Yes, yellow for the girl and blue for the boy. I had to make sure I got the right girl and boy colors. And now don't be in shock. I'm going to use golden yellow for the girl. And I am going to use blue raspberry for the boy. But don't panic. Don't panic. It's going to be okay. It might look bright, but it will not be that bright, I promise. Because we're still going to have to add the wing color in. Wow, that was a lot of paint. Look at all that paint that just came out. I don't need that much paint. Holy moly, that's a lot of paint. Alright, loading the brush and my finger. Again, I've linked all these stencils in the comments. The bird one is not available at the moment. They're sold out. You can always put your name on the wait list and Essential Stencil will notify you when they are in. Don't know if they will be restocked. That's a dry brush. On the tail right here, I can swirl. If you have a fully loaded brush, you can start in the middle and then work to the outside. I normally come in from the outside edges, and then I painted myself again. I normally hold whatever it is that I am stenciling to make sure that it is not going anywhere. And now I am just pouncing and pushing the paint in, and that's why we might have bleed on the other side, because we have a big open area that we are using a lot of paint on. You can still see the words through the birds. I don't mind that. Miss Carlene, tell me, is it okay if you can still see the paint, the words through the yellow bird, or do you want it solidly covered? Hey, Miss Cindy. So good to see you. If you guys wouldn't mind spreading out the whimsy, sprinkle it out, let others know what we are creating. I always welcome new folks. It's fine, good. I don't mind that it shows through either. I just think that gives it a little bit of character. I think that looks good. I'm going to let that dry. This is going to be the color for our wing. It's going to be Marigold. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Let's go to our bluebird. That is a really pretty blue. Right now it looks like Mount Pleasant colors. Blue and gold is Mount Pleasant colors, school colors. Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. Let me go here first. He is going to be such a dapper little guy. If you think you're getting too close to that color, tape it off or use, like I said, a backer board. And you see, I always move my fingers over. He is going to be so pretty. Handsome. He is going to be handsome fella. Offload. Don't ever forget to offload. Now, if this is a true bluebird, he will have a pink chest or a salmon colored chest. This is going to be gorgeous. Such a great idea, Carlene. And again, normally I do not have bleed with this type of flag, but since we are saturating with color right here so much, we might have some bleed on the back side. But normally I do not have bleed. Yes, that is a bluebird. That yellowbird always perching. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. I have seen where Carlene is talking about. I have been up there and it is amazing. And to know the story behind, like I said, I tell you all the time, I love creating things with a story, or my pieces have a story to tell. I'm going to wait till this dries a little bit. The story behind it is what makes it, what just brings things together. I am going to clean my hands because I don't want to transfer any paint. I'm going to leave this on just in case I might need it again. Oh gosh, that looks good. It looks good already, guys. Oh, I forgot the hearts. I'll put this back on and put the hearts on. I didn't think about the hearts. I was so excited about doing the birds that I forgot to do the hearts. I am not going to pick it up yet. I'm going to dry this one more time. I am going to do the wings real quick. I'm going to finish this out and then I'm going to lay it back on there for the hearts. Don't let me forget at the end to put the hearts on. This is layer 2. It says so up here. And that's one way you know which way to put it, but you can also see, hopefully, the outline right here of the birds. It has it marked for you so you know exactly how to lay this on here. So no second guessing, no where do things go. I mean, it is marked out perfectly. Even if you do not use the register marks. Okay, we've got the green leaves, we got the flowers, and we got the bird wings. And like I told you, the yellow bird is gonna get Marigold as his wing. And the blue bird is going to get Victorian Blue for the wing. And since we are going in color just a little bit darker than what we were, I'm going to use the same brush. If you're going from light to dark in the same color family, you can use the same brush. Way too much paint, so we're going to offload. And the script stencil is available, so grab it while it is still available. I'm going to make that little dot up here in the same color. I'm going to put my finger on her eyelash. Sometimes I like stippling too to get a different effect. I know I had a napkin to wipe my hands off, and I couldn't find it. I don't know what I did with it. All right, load the blue. Offload. And these birds are just adorable. Looks good to me. I am going to do the eyelashes in the brown. Very light pressure. I'm going to go ahead and dry it already, and then I'm going to pull it up. Not pulling it up. We're going to do the other stuff. I am going to wrap my brushes up real quick. And that way, if we need to use them again, we can. Now we're going to do the green and the pink. I am going to use the light pink for the blossoms first. And then I'm going to use Royal Fuchsia on the edges. I'm going to use New Leaf for the leaves. And then for the line in the middle, I'm going to use for the forest green. I'm going to use the bigger brush for the green, and I'm going to have to get rid of some filters here. Get another one out. You can use this again, just fold it over. You have the other side to use. Let's do our leaves first. Very light pressure again. It is better to have light pressure and then go back and do a second coat than to have really strong pressure. When you feel that your brush is getting low on color, then you can press a little bit harder. You can also go to your offload spot to pick up a little bit more paint. And just dab. I'm just putting my fingernail in the way right here to where I have to move my head. I do apologize, to see where the leaves are at. My light's playing tricks on me. This is where the dome brushes come in really, really handy. That's a blossom. There's some more leaves. Grab a little bit more color. Dab off. Some leaves are darker than other leaves. And again, I will be able to use this brush again because I did not go from dark to light. I went from light to dark, so I can use this to put the lines in the leaves. And we've got 2 more leaves at the end over here, and the rest is all blossoms. And you can use any part of this. If you just need a branch for something, you can just use the branch out of the stencil. If you need the welcome, you can just use the welcome out of the stencil. And I kind of like that you can still see the words a little bit through this. I'm making, oh, there is a leaf. See, I'm glad I looked back through because I've missed a leaf right here. All right, we got that leaf. Now I'm going to do them all in the light pink, and then I'm going to come back and do the dark pink. What are we thinking so far? I love, we have bluebirds too. Finally, last year, was it last year or the year before, I finally seen blue jays again. We haven't had many blue jays there for a while. And of course, we have an abundance of cardinals, but we've got a lot of different types of birds around here, and they are just so beautiful. I've got several bird feeders. My daughter keeps putting food in them for the birds. And we've got several, I want to say we got like 20 bird houses. And I just love watching them. Again, load your brush, offload your brush. And then we're going to start. And again, I'm doing the whole blossom pink. And then I'm going to come back and do the edges in the darker pink. Just felt like my brush was coming apart, but it is not. And thank you, Miss Carlene, for letting me to create this beautiful piece for you. It always gives me great joy to create for you. And again, I love pieces that have a story to tell. And what a wonderful story about the script and the birds and being lovebirds. It just blesses my heart to know the story behind the pieces. Load the brush up a little bit more. And as you see, I'm always holding the stencil down. And I'm going from the outside in a lot of times. Start in the middle if you have a lot of paint on your brush, and then work from the outside in. Like now, I'm going to start in the middle, and then I'm going to go from the outside in. That way I will not get under the stencil and create bleed. So which ones are your favorite stencils out of the new pack? I think I love all the transfers. I definitely love all the faith-based ones. I couldn't think, my brain was not working. But there is so many that are my favorites. I am just trying to hit the outside of these blossoms, just to give them a little bit of dimension. And if I don't hit all the outside, that is okay too. And they remind me of cherry blossoms. I need a little bit more paint. Let me get everything. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to hold it up for you guys. Let me get the back of board again so I can hold it up. Wow, this is really cool. Look at this so far. Miss Carlene, what do you think? What do you guys think? Do you like making garden flags? Have you made garden flags before? I'm going to dry this real quick. Oh my gosh, thank you, Carlene, and thank you for all your prayers too. Thank you. And it is the perfect size for this flag. Absolutely perfect. And I love the different coloration on the Love is Patient. Yeah, this is really pretty. Really, really pretty. All right, last one is the beak, and then the yellow on the flowers and the little green for the leaves. And again, we have the outline around our birds, so we know exactly how to put it on here. I'm just lining everything up, making sure I've got everything right. Take that back on here. I'm going to use the green, the dark green this time. I'm just going to take it out of the cap because I'm just going to need it for that little bit of the line in the leaf. Just those little extra touches. I've got to be a little bit careful. I got the yellows here. I'm just going along and I totally forgot that I got to pay attention. I've got the yellow right there that I need to add in. Intensifying this a little bit. Going with the flow of the flower, or the leaf in this case. I am going to use the dark yellow. Now, actually, I'm just going to mix the two. It'll be a dark and a yellow. The dark and the light yellow. Let me close this up before I spill this. That'll do it. Oh, the beak, yeah. Need to get a little bit more. I'm going to do the beak in salted caramel. I'm just going to use the same one. I'm just going to use it out of the cap. And again, I am staying in that color family. because the beak is not bright yellow, so that's why I chose the salted caramel. I think that's got it all. Alright, all that is done. I am going to extend the legs up because I don't like them hovering in mid-air. And all my Essential Stencil small brushes are dirty. So I have to use another one. But Essential Stencil got brushes like this. Mine are just all dirty. I put water on my brush and rinsed it off. Dabbed it on my paper towel. I'm just rolling my brush to get paint on the very tip. And I'm extending her legs down. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in the bridges right here. Extend it out to the leaves. If your paint is too thick, you can get a little bit, put a little water in there, not much. I'm just putting the stems onto the branch, reloading my brush periodically. And I'm just dabbing right here where that bridge is. Continue this one up. I missed one. I got to add a little bit of water. It is getting a little bit too thick. The paint is getting too thick. So I added a little bit of water, but I've got to dab it off because we don't want that much water on our brush. Let's see, where else? What else are we missing? You can hardly notice the legs on the little birds. So I am going into that caramel color. I mixed it with the brown. I need a little bit more because you can hardly see the little legs. And I'm just freehanding this. I just wanted to define the legs a little bit more. And I'll check comments here in just a second, folks. Just trying to get those birds some legs so you could see them. That's better. I'm still not happy with the yellow birds, so I'm going to tweak that a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Okay, did we get all the branches done? I am going to do one more branch. I'm not happy with it the way it looks. Just making sure I've got... There we go, that's better. Give it a little bit of detail. I think we've got it. Right, anything missing, ladies? You see anything that needs to be changed? I think I'm going to add a little bit more detail on the flowers. You guys know that I like playing around a little bit. Just a little accent. Some highlights, lowlights. You'll only be able to see this from close up. You're not going to be able to see that in the distance. But I know that it is there. And those little details make a difference. Now they look more like cherry blossoms or apple blossoms. Apple blossoms are similar color. And no two flowers are alike. one more to do. And see how easy this is to just add a little bit of extra touches to it. Alright, what else does it need? Oh, we got to do the hearts. We dry it and then we're going to do the hearts. Yeah, I'm going to do it all the way off the edge. I don't like when it just starts. I appreciate that. I'm kind of like Tammy Muto. It's got to be grounded and it's got to come from somewhere. It cannot start just in the middle. Thank you for reminding me of that. And I am literally just tapping it down. And Carlene, if you're okay with it, I am going to do pink and dark pink hearts on the top. That way it balances the blossoms. Yes. Hey Barb, how are you? Thank you for the reminder of the hearts. I appreciate that because I just about forgot them. And see how everything just lines up perfectly. Now, are you okay with me doing dark and light pink hearts? See, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hearts. Little lovebird hearts. Of course. I just think that'll look better than having just one color. And like I said, it will bring the blossoms out to the top. So that will be a good combination. Oh my. Oh my. I think Harry would love this. And yes, he would definitely say, look at us. See what I mean? If I would have pulled this, my O would have came completely off. So don't ever just rip your tape off. And that's one of the things I wanted to tell you, give you as a tip. Hold on to that little bridge on the O and very carefully remove that. The same with the E. There's a very little bridge on there. So don't ever just go with your tape. I see some of the other creators do that and I'm like, don't rip it. Don't do it. I cringe every time because I'm afraid they're going to rip the make sure I don't have no paint. Alright, let me hold it up. This is all she wrote, folks. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Now that's just cute. I appreciate you letting me create that for you. I don't know how much of that shows. I have to wait until there is a long delay. It is absolutely adorable. And I'm going to pull up the flowers a little bit so you can see the little bit of detail on the flowers. Oh my gosh, Carlene, thank you. So don't worry about creating on a flag. And look at this. There is not any paint on the back. I was concerned with the yellow and the blue, but we can put another design on here. That's what I love about these types of flags. They do not bleed through, and you know how much paint we put on there. Let me read our blessing box devotion for today, and then I will let you guys go. It is out of Matthew 11. There, here I am. Oh, wow, Carlene, that is such a blessing. 33rd anniversary. Can you use the wood honey on the stencils? I have never used it on the stencils. I've only used it on the wood after I stencil because it is made for the wood and not the stencils. So since it is oil, it would leak under the stencil. But you can stencil on the wood and then use the wood honey over top. And you can use it over top of transfers once you put a transfer on wood. All right, Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Come to me, all of who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Don't worry about tomorrow. God is already there. Somebody needed to hear that tonight. I appreciate you guys so much, and you are such a blessing to me. And Miss Carlene, we are leaving to go out of town Saturday, and we won't be back until next Saturday. I will get to you as far as shipping that to you, and when I can get that out for you. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Make sure you hop on to Essential Stencil. Miss Tammy should be on tonight if she is up, feeling up for it. That will be in 15 minutes at 8 Eastern and 7 Central. So hop over to Essential Stencil and see what Miss Tammy is creating. And I am honored that I was able to create this beautiful Lovebirds Garden flag for Miss Carlene. Hope I gave you some inspiration. You can come in with a small brush and add a couple of more lines to the leaves, but I am going to leave them just the way they are. I think they look good. You can also outline the wing a little bit. You can add like feather-like looking strokes on there. There's a lot of things that you can do to make it a little bit more stand out. But I appreciate all of you. You have a blessed and wonderful evening. Oh, okay. Yes. If you have wood and you let's say you stenciled this on a piece of wood, you can use that wood honey and go over it. Let's say you put a little flower transfer on here. You can use that wood honey and go over the whole area and then buff it out after it has dried and soaked in to get the rest of the oil up and to buff it up a little bit. Absolutely. And the wood honey will seal it in. And if you don't know what wood honey is, I get mine from Total Boat. Right now it is separated. You just shake it up, and that is wood honey. And that is a wood conditioner. It seals the wood so you can use it for food. It is food safe, and it will seal your paint in. Absolutely. Thanks for that question, Barb. I appreciate that. You guys be blessed. Have a wonderful evening, and I will not see you until next Monday, because I will be going out of town. We're going to Louisiana from Saturday to Saturday, and I'm going to try my best to do Soul Filled Saturday tomorrow afternoon. I am not going to make any promises because I still got packing to do and some other things. So, and when I say packing, we have a lot of medical things to pack. So I might not. Oop, just about to say. Yes. You could outline it to make it stand out a little bit more. So I will try my best to come on for Soul Filled Saturday because I really don't want to miss it, but I'm not going to promise it. If I can, I'm going to try to come on at 2:30. If I can't make it by 2:30, I will do it at 6:30 tomorrow evening. So it'll be either 2:30 or 6:30, so keep an eye out and I will post it and let you know. You guys have a wonderful, blessed weekend, and I will see you either tomorrow or then next Monday. Ruston, Louisiana. I'm going to stop in Meridian, Mississippi first and visit with Miss Bonnie. We're going to stay the night there, and then we're going to drive the rest of the way Sunday to Ruston, and then we'll start our journey back on next Friday. I think that's the 6th of March, 6th or 7th of March. And then we'll stay overnight somewhere and drive the rest of the way home. You guys be blessed. Have a wonderful evening. Let me turn you down to look at this beautiful garden flag while I turn off the camera.